Welcome to Motorize.de, your #1 destination for new and used spare parts. Today we're diving into the Aprilia RS 457, an A2 compliant sport bike with genuine racing DNA. It pairs a 457 seat with 35 kilowatts of peak power and an exceptionally light die-cast aluminum frame. The result? A blisteringly quick lightweight that feels just as at home in everyday riding as it does carving corners. In the cockpit, a razor-sharp 5-inch TFT awaits, and the bike features full LED lighting all round with a distinctive triple signature. On the electronics side, you get 3 ride modes, 3-stage traction control, and dual-channel ABS. Switch to track mode and you can deactivate ABS at the rear. One detail that instantly grabs you, the central air intake in the nose. It sharpens the look and brings the unmistakable RS family face squarely into the A2 class. History and development. The RS 457 brings Noalle's racing DNA into the present. It distills the agility of the RS 125 and the modern electronics of the RS 660 into an A2 compliant package. Conceived in Aprilia's heartland of Noalle and built for the world, among other sites at the Baramati plant, it marries Grand Prix paddock know-how with the depth of global manufacturing. A key milestone in its development is a rare for this class die-cast aluminium frame that uses the engine as a stressed member, boosting rigidity while cutting weight. Its design language carries over the triple LED signature and the central air intake from the larger RS models. One telling detail from the brief: the quickshifter was specified from day one as a plug-and-play upgrade. So the RS 457 leaves the factory ready for track days, a clear nod to its intended focus. Tech highlights: beneath the bodywork, a liquid-cooled 457cc parallel twin with DOHC and 8 valves. It puts out A2-compliant 35 kilowatts and about 43.5 newton-meters, breathes through ride-by-wire, and thanks to a 270-degree crank delivers a grown-up pulse. The engine serves as a stressed member in an aluminum bridge frame. Dry weight is 159 kilograms, around 175 grams, ready to ride. Up front, a 41mm USD fork with adjustable preload. At the rear, a preload adjustable monoshock. Braking is handled by a 320mm front disc with a radially mounted Bayer 4-piston caliper and a 220mm disc at the back. 2-channel ABS includes a track mode. Traction control offers 3 levels, and 3 ride modes tune the throttle response. More numbers: 1,370mm wheelbase, 13-liter tank, 800mm seat height, 17-inch wheels, and a compact underslung muffler that lowers the center of gravity. A slipper clutch is standard. A quick shifter is optional. Design and ergonomics. The RS 457 proudly flaunts its DNA. A slim nose with a central air intake, razor-sharp fairing, and that triple LED signature. The aluminum frame tucks the engine tight into the chassis so your knees can grip the tank and your upper body can stay active. The clip-ons sit just above the top triple clamp, sporty without being extreme. An 800mm seat height and moderately rear-set pegs create room, even for taller riders. The 5-inch TFT is crisp, and the switchgear logic makes sense and is easy to use on the move. A small but everyday win: the compact windscreen kicks airflow up over your chest and helmet and takes pressure off your wrists without blocking your view to the front axle. As standard, the RS 457 rolls on 110/70R17 up front and 150/60R17 at the rear, slender sizes that underline its eager turn-in. Handling and everyday usability. From the very first yards, the RS 457 feels light on its feet and razor-precise. The stiff aluminum twin-spar frame, 1,370mm wheelbase, and 41mm fork team up for neutral turn-in and clean lines, even through quick S-bends. The parallel twin really comes on strong from the mid-range, stays low vibration, and works seamlessly with the slipper clutch, equally at home in city traffic and out on a back road. 3 ride modes and 3-stage traction control tame throttle response on wet roads, while track ABS gives you the option to run without rear intervention. Everyday perks include a 13-liter tank, a crisp, easy-to-read 5-inch display, and a compact, underslung silencer that keeps heat away from the passenger. A tangible boon for commuters: the light action assist function cuts lever effort noticeably in stop and go, taking the strain out of shifting the 6-speed. Strengths and highlights. Its biggest strength is the package. A2 compliant performance wrapped in a truly serious sport chassis. The die-cast aluminum frame with the engine as a stressed member gives the RS457 a stiffness-to-weight ratio that's rare in this class. The electronics are well sorted. 3 ride modes, 3-stage traction control, and 2-channel ABS with a track setting that gives keen riders more latitude at the rear wheel. The 457cc parallel twin with a 270-degree crank sounds throaty and delivers torque in a smooth, linear swell. Up front, a radially mounted Bibri 4-piston caliper bites a 320mm disc with a precise, well-defined lever feel. Everyday perks include a 5-inch TFT, full LED lighting, and optional Aprilia neue for smartphone connectivity. A standout touch. It's pre-wired for a quick shifter from the factory. Sensor and loom already in place, so the up-down quick shifter fits without fuss and brings both quicker lap times and extra smiles. Weaknesses and common issues. No bike is perfect. The single 320mm front disc delivers strong everyday stopping power, but on long track stints it can suffer brake fade. The 2-channel ABS also cuts in on the early side and doesn't offer cornering ABS. On the chassis, the fork and shock only adjust for preload. Heavier riders or rougher pavement will reach the setup's limits sooner. The 457cc parallel twin sends noticeable buzz to the mirrors from about 7,000 RPM, and in stop and go, the radiator warms your right leg. The narrow stock 110/70 and 150/60 tires limit your choice of super sticky track compounds. A small but noticeable point, the seat is quite firm and gets uncomfortable on long stretches. One more detail. In traction control level 3, the system intervenes early on wet roads, and the 5-inch TFT's menu system takes some getting used to. Accessories and customization. Aprilia offers a well-matched accessory range for the RS457 that integrates seamlessly. If you want to feel the 457cc parallel twin even more directly, add the factory-ready up-down quickshifter. Plug and play. A taller racing screen calms helmet buffeting on the straights, and tank pads give you grip under braking. For looks and ergonomics, there's a passenger seat cowl, adjustable aluminum rear sets, and short CNC machined levers. Sensible protection includes frame sliders and axle sliders, especially with the front bi-brake caliper radially mounted and that 320mm disc sitting exposed. The Aprilia MA module adds smartphone connectivity and telemetry to the 5-inch TFT. Track riders can opt for a lightweight slip-on that cuts weight and sharpens the 270-degree exhaust note without breaking A2 compliance. One practical touch: a taller seat improves the knee angle without drastically altering the 800mm standard seat height. Market value and buying checklist. Since its 2024 debut, demand has been strong. Well-kept RS457s on the used market often sit just under MSRP. Spec is king when buying. A retrofitted quickshifter, a taller screen, or the Aprilia neue module all add appeal. Check carefully for signs of track use. Ridging on the 320mm front rotor, bluing from heat, ground down foot pegs, or scrapes on the underslung muffler are telltales. It's worth inspecting the fork stanchions for stone chips, the aluminum frame for nicks around mounting points, and the radiator fins for damage. On the electronics side, make sure the ride modes, traction control, and track ABS mode work properly. The 5-inch TFT should be responsive and glitch-free. The 110/70 and 150/60 tire sizes are inexpensive to run, but limit your choice of full race compounds. A well-documented service history and untouched OEM wiring, especially if a quickshifter's been added, will help preserve resale value. Verdict and buying advice. The Aprilia RS457 is the sharpest A2 class sport bike for anyone chasing real racetrack vibes. 35 kilowatts and roughly 175 kilograms ready to ride, a stiff die-cast aluminum frame, and a straightforward electronic suite add up to a package that feels noticeably sportier than Yamaha's R3, Honda's CBR 500R, and Kawasaki's Ninja 500. Up front, a radially mounted Bibri 4-piston caliper bites a 320mm disc, track ABS frees up the rear, and the 5-inch TFT serves all the info at a glance. You should factor in a few compromises. No cornering ABS, limited suspension adjustability, and a firm seat. Recommended for ambitious A2 riders who value a precise chassis and development details like the central air intake. If comfort or touring focus matters more, the CBR 500R or Ninja 500 will suit you better, just with less excitement.